scientist Emily Lakdawala speaking to me earlier. Now, the mind-bendingly futuristic David Bowie may have left us for another planet 5 years ago, but his legacy continues to live on. Ahead of what would have been his 75th birthday, a new album of never-released material is about to be released. Well, Toy was recorded in 2001 with the star recording a new combination of new material and revamped versions of earlier songs. The singer had hoped to record and release the album quickly, but then his record label Virgin was less enthusiastic. Well, their loss is our gain now, and I'm pleased to say that the record's producer Mark Plati joins us now from New York. Mark, a very good afternoon to you there on the East Coast. Thanks very much for being with us. Tell us, what was the inspiration behind this album?
This all sprang from a show called VH1 Storytellers in 1999, where the idea there was you'd play a song and then you'd tell a story about the song or what was happening, what inspired the song. And he wanted to play something from his early period from the mid-'60s. So we played a song called Can't Help Thinking About Me, which he had never done. And he really enjoyed doing it. We all really enjoyed playing it so much that we continued to play it on the tour that followed. An idea kind of sprung that maybe it'd be fun to re-record a lot of those early songs with one band instead of the early songs were all split between different producers, different studios, musicians. They all sounded very different, not very cohesive. And the idea we would select a batch of these songs and re-record them, with one group of people, with us producing and all the rest.
And tell us about the recording experience, because the two of you worked incredibly closely together, didn't you?
Yeah, it was unlike something I'd done up to that point. For the most part, during the 90s, most records were done in sort of more of a piecemeal way, multi-track, and sometimes the songs wouldn't even be written when an artist would come to the studio. And songs would be built up piece by piece, layers and things like that, which was a very cool process. And the first two records I did with David were very much in that vein. But this time we thought we would go more of an old school route and rehearse the band. The band would then go out and perform and get to know each other really well musically and get on a wavelength together. And we did that by playing Glastonbury together and BBC Radio Theatre, and performed a couple of Toy songs then. After that, we came back to New York, took a couple days off, and then went right into a studio to start recording them. And it was really quite different as well musically, because we were all on such a collective wavelength together. The mood was great. It was exhilarating. It was kind of empowering and humbling at the same time, playing with some of these legendary people, as well as just the vibe we all had together. A lot of that came from David himself, who's in a very great place, having just been a smashing success at Glastonbury, and he was going to be a dad again, and that was infectious to all of us. And he sang his heart out, and we went right along with him.
Lovely. Well, thank you very much for being with us, Mark, and we'll look forward to the album coming out on what would have been David Bowie's 75th birthday. Thanks for making the time. Appreciate it.
Thank you.